Hi, it's Lucy, and today I'm here to do my O.W.L.s TBR. If you don't know, the O.W.L.s are a readathon that has taken place for the past 2 years. I think this is the 3rd year, I want to say. It's based on the tests that the characters take in Harry Potter during their schooling years, and there are multiple readathons throughout the year. This was created by G from Book Roast. I could not explain it if I tried. She does the best explanation, so I will leave her announcement video for this year's O.W.L.s down below. But basically, you choose a career and then you take tests based on that career, and the tests are obviously the reading challenges. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. The career that I chose this year was to become a mage of visual arts, which, you know, as I was looking at it, I realized that it is being a YouTuber. I mean, not being a YouTuber, but I feel like it aligns most closely with being a YouTuber because you're doing the magical arts of making like pictures move. But it sounded the most interesting to me, and the challenges seemed the most, not the most doable, but it seemed challenging enough that I could do them, but not so challenging that I'm trying to read like 12, 15 books in a month, which I do have more time now, but it still doesn't seem that likely. So yeah, and I'm also going to be doing a seminar, which is an add-on that's new for this year. So once again, check out G's video if you want to know more about that. But I'm going to be doing a seminar in the legal defense of magical creatures. So I'll get to that at the end. First, we'll do the challenges for my regular career. I wanted to add on the seminar just because I felt like there weren't quite enough challenges that I wanted to do, because for the Mage of Visual Arts, you only need, I think, 4 reading challenges. But other things that I wanted to do had too many reading challenges, I think, and I didn't want to be a ministry worker again because I was a ministry worker last year. So that's that on that. Once again, I'm excited to do this. So let's get into the books that I will be reading for my career. So the first class test I'll be taking is Astronomy, and the challenge for that is to read a book mostly at night. And for this, I will be reading When We Were Everything by Ashley Woodfolk. I was given an arc of this in January, I think. It came out in February. This is basically about a friendship breakup, and I'm looking forward to reading it. I'm definitely going to be reading it this time for this challenge. Most of these books will probably fit in this challenge just because I do most of my reading at night anyway. But also for this readathon, you are meant to only use 1 book per challenge. So yeah, I'm choosing a specific book for that, even though my other books probably would fit. The second challenge is for charms, and the challenge is to read a book with a white cover. For this, I will be reading The Queen's Assassin by Melissa de la Cruz. You know, I don't actually know what this is about. This is a fantasy book where we follow a guy named Kelden Holt and a girl named Shadow of the Honeyglade. I did not know that was her name. Where Kelden is the Queen's Assassin, and Shadow is a girl who has been training her whole life to hopefully take Kelden's place one day, and then somehow they're thrown together and they have to go on this journey, and they're forced to team up as assassin and apprentice, says the inside desk jacket. So sounds interesting. Cover is basically white and has, you know, some pink and black on it, but like the base is white, so counts for that. Divination, basically do a random pick. If you don't know, I actually do this every month where I get 3 numbers randomly from a random number generator and then pick 3 books off my TBR and try and read one of them. For this one, I just picked 1 number and just picked 1 book, and the first one that came out I had access to, so I'm just gonna read that. So for this challenge, I will be reading A Match Made in Mendi by Nandini Bajpai. This follows a girl whose family is like really into matchmaking, and then she's not really all that interested in it, but then she accidentally makes a match. And so her family gets really excited about that, and so she decides to roll with it, and she decides to become like her school's resident matchmaker through an app. It follows like shenanigans like that, and then one of the matches she makes is between like a jock and like a wallflower kind of girl, and this kind of destroys social hierarchy, and it sounds a little silly, really fun, so I'm looking forward to reading it. History of Magic, a book featuring witches or wizards. For this, I will be reading Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. Lots of people have been talking about this book. It's very popular on BookTube. This is the one with the magical library. I believe this follows a girl who's like a witch kind of thing. I don't know if they were like witches or wizards or warlock. It's magical, so I'm counting it. But basically, they're like magical libraries where books are alive, and this girl's job is to like keep them in the library, I think. But then one gets out and she ends up being able to get it back in. But then the people in the area accuse her of being the one that lets it out. And the books are really dangerous, or can be really dangerous, so it's like a big thing. And that's all I know. She teams up with some guy. I really don't know too much about this, even though literally everyone on BookTube talks about it. I kind of just didn't pay that much attention, but I love books about libraries, and for some reason I kept confusing this with the other book with the snake on it. I can't even think of the book, but I feel like I will have the cover also up here. I kept confusing the two, but they are very different, and the other one I don't want to read at all. So now that I know that this one is the one I want to read, I'm going to try and read it. So those are all the owls I need to complete to become a mage of visual arts. And now for the seminar that I'm also taking, the seminar in legal defense of magical creatures / fantastic beasts. I don't know how to say things. So I need 2 more owls for this, except not 2 more. I only need 1 more because one of the owls I need is history of magic, which I am already doing. And so the second owl that I need is care of magical creatures. And for this one, you need to read a book with a beak on the cover. And so for this, I will be reading The Astonishing Color of After by Emily X.R. Pan. Once again, this is a pretty popular book on BookTube. This follows a girl whose mother dies by suicide, and afterwards the main character kind of thinks that her mom has turned into a bird, hence the bird on the cover and the beak. And so she goes to visit her mom's family in Taiwan to try and get closer and understand this. And that's all I know about it. I'm not sure if that was a great explanation. I've heard kind of mixed things about this, but I'm still interested in reading it, hence why I still have it and why I'm going to try and read it this month. So those are all the books that I'm planning to read for the O.W.L.s Readathon. I am probably going to read a couple more books in the month of April, but they won't be in this TBR. They'll be different. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have any opinions about any of the books that I chose, please be sure to leave it in the comments down below. Let me know what you'll be reading for the O.W.L.s Magical Readathon. Let me know if you're taking part. I'm so excited. I hope you're excited too. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel because I make more videos where I talk about books. In the description box below, I have my other social media, including Twitter, Goodreads, and my other YouTube channel that I recently started, and my Instagram, where you can see pictures of my cat, who you might have heard little bells going off in this video, and that's him walking around because he's stuck in the room with me because he refused to leave. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!